adventurers, so I am getting ready to go on an adventure. And what else am I doing but packing? The worst thing to do in the world is to not know what to pack whenever you're going somewhere. So today I'm going to show you what needs to go in your bathroom bag. That's right, your toiletries bag is one of the most important things that you can pack because so many people don't realize that you don't have to have huge stuff to go places. Now, I get a normal makeup bag like this one and put all of my things in it so that way I can just take it with me whenever I go to the bathroom and have everything from my soap, my toothbrush, things like that all together, and that way I don't have to round it up from a bunch of different places. So the first thing that you need to do is get a little makeup bag. Now let's fill it up. The most important thing that you can put in this little makeup bag is the thing that you're going to need every single day on your trip: deodorant. The reason why you want to put this inside this bag is because it's the first thing that you're going to use every single morning. Now, it doesn't matter what the brand, what the size, or anything like that. You just want to stay away from aerosol containers. The reason why is because they're pressurized and sometimes can leak out a little bit. We don't want that. So deodorant, always take deodorant. Now, the next thing that I always like to take with me is eye drops. The reason why I like eye drops is because sometimes when the conditions change, whether it's getting colder, hotter, more sand, more wind, less wind, your eyes get dry. Now, I have contacts, so that makes it even worse sometimes. But for those of you who don't have contacts, you need eye drops too. So I always carry with me contact approved eye drops. For those of you who do not have contacts, you can get eye drops that are approved for those without contacts. But you need eye drops in this bag. Now, I put this in here, and then sometimes throughout the day, I will actually need eye drops. So I'll put it in my little backpack as I travel. But I make sure that every single morning I start by hydrating my eyes. It's a great start and a great tip. Next, I have the 3-part system of brushing my teeth. I like to use my toothbrush. For those of you who do not use a regular toothbrush because you use a water pick or something like that, a Sonicare, they're not going to work out so well for you whenever you're traveling. So you just need to invest in a nice toothbrush with a little carrying case, which will keep moisture from getting into your bag and anything from scrunching into here and getting bacteria into the head. These are also going to vent it out so it dries out nicely before your next use. Toothpaste is up to you. I just recommend a travel size. You can use any kind. Just make sure, again, it is a travel size because there is no reason to bring a huge whopping tube. If you do like pump toothpaste, those are fine too. They have some of those in travel sizes. So it just depends on how many days that you're going on. If you're only going on about a 2-day trip, you can get those little tiny ones even. Now, I like to bring Listerine. Some people do not like to use mouthwash, and that is okay. But Listerine serves a lot of purposes other than just a mouthwash. This is going to also be used for a wound cleaner if you get a cut or something like that. You can also use it for a few other things around your campsite. I recommend you get some Listerine though because it will save your life if you cut yourself or just want your breath to smell better. It's great. This brings us to Q-tips. Q-tips are the other multi-purpose item in your bag here. Q-tips not only can help you with your ears, but they can also get sand out of your nose. You get something in your eye. You can take off your makeup. You can actually even clean your little cook stove top safely with these because the little tiny micro ports that the stuff comes out need to be cleaned every so often. And guess what? These little bad boys right here will do that. You also want to be able to wash your hair. Now, not everyone uses shampoo and conditioner, but if you do, they have miniature bottles in most brands. You can find them at many stores. Depending on where you're going, you could find them anywhere from 90 cents all the way up to $15. Now, it's really up to you, but one of these bottles will last you about 2 weeks if you're using the correct size. So these are 90 cents. 90 cents, 2 weeks worth of use. I'm all in. Next, I like to take with me a bar of soap. The reason why I prefer a bar of soap versus a body wash is because a bar of soap typically responds a little bit more evenly without having to bring a loofah, a sponge, a scrubber, or something like that. So you can use a bar of soap and get a nice lather to get all of the ick feeling off of your body without having to worry about having all this extra stuff. Also, a bar of soap is nice because it has this little container where you can close it off and it doesn't have any moisture leaking into your bag whatsoever. So yay to bar of soap. I personally also prefer Dove The reason why of all of these items that I will say that I prefer Dove is because Dove works in hard water, soft water, weird water, good water, bad water. You're always going to get the same results out of Dove versus some of the other ones which don't get as foamy or don't feel as clean. Dove always feels clean. Now there are a few things that I add to my bag that you can if you prefer but aren't necessary. For example, a razor. I just like to have one on deck with me just in case I need it. A razor's always good. Disposable razor though, not anything like expensive. I like to also have a wrinkle release with me at all times just in case I do have to go into town and I'm looking homeless for the day because my clothes got all squashed up in my bag. This just releases those wrinkles so I don't look crazy. Also, this is nice for those who are trying to repurpose something that was in their bag that might not be the freshest. You can use this and it's going to help you out a lot. I personally prefer not to repurpose, but it's there if you need to. I take vitamins, so if you're traveling, make sure you invest in a little pill container versus taking all of the vitamin bottles because you don't want to have loose pills in your bag ever. That's not good. So you can have one of these and you are organized. If you're going for a trip that's 3 days, pack 3 days worth. If you're going for a trip that's 2 weeks, either get 2 of these or a 2-week container. I also hang on to my shower tokens. Shower tokens are purchased at certain national parks that have paid showers as well as private locations. These particular shower tokens each represent a certain amount of minutes that you're paying for in your shower. Now, they don't expire, so I keep them in my bag just in case I encounter a paid coin shower. The last thing that I'm going to show you that can go into your bag is something that's really an optional item: body spray. Now, the reason I say this is an optional item is because you don't really need body spray, no matter how much you think you do, because it does, if you're camping, attract bugs. But if you're going to be going in and out of town or being around people and things like that, everybody wants to smell good. So body spray is something that you can take with you. Now, I will say this is kind of a large bottle, so I'd probably recommend something smaller, definitely. But body spray is completely up to you. It will fit in the bag, but again, if you are using body spray, please make sure that you use bug spray that is unscented so that you can repel the bugs that you are attracting. Anyway, with that being said, those are the things that are going to go into your bathroom bag so that you have the convenience of all of those items. It sounds like a lot because it is, but it's so much less than you would be taking if you were taking large versions of each and every one of these things. I typically keep this particular thing loaded down with the exception of my vitamins and my toothbrush for any given adventure. So all I have to do is add my toothbrush, add my vitamins, and go. So if you can put together your kit, you are already steps above the rest. And that's all you need to do is just prepare and you are all good. Remember, an adventure is supposed to be fun. Planning is just part of it. So until next time, adventurers, I hope you have an awesome time and I hope you enjoy other tutorials that I'm gonna bring to you in the future. But remember, pack that bathroom bag. You will not regret it.